Adjectives in the comparative and the superlative form. So when we compare, when we use the comparatives and superlatives. So adjectives in the comparative form are used when we compare two objects, animals or people, only the number two. There is still a comparison in the superlative form, but while in the superlative form we compare an object, animal or human, with a group of objects, animals or humans. So we have at least three objects, animals or humans, or more than that, not two. So when there are two, it's the comparative form. More than two, it's the superlative form. Okay, so short adjectives, first of all, in one or two syllables, take er after them, while in the superlative form, they take est after them. Old is the base form. In the comparative form, it goes older. So it takes only er. And in the superlative form, the oldest. Cheap is the base form. Cheaper in the comparative, the cheapest in the superlative. Young, it's the base form, younger, the comparative, and the youngest in the superlative. Notice that there is the in the superlative form always. The letter E in the suffix er is not pronounced e, but a, while in the superlative form for est, there are two pronunciations, ist and est. I gave you the pronunciation ist on all of them. The most common one is ist, exactly. When there are one syllable adjectives with a vowel in the middle, then the last consonant is doubled whenever an adjective takes a suffix. This rule goes for all words in English and not only for adjectives. We have the base form big. Because there is a one syllable word, there is one vowel in the middle. When we add a suffix er, the last letter, which is G, is doubled. So bigger is written with a double G. The same thing in the superlative form, the biggest. Fat. So we have a vowel sound in the middle. Fatter, there is a double T in the comparative form, and again a double T in the superlative form, the fattest. Slim, there is the vowel sound in the middle E. Slimmer, double M in the comparative, and the slimmest, again double M in the superlative. When an adjective ends in Y and there is a consonant before the Y, then the Y is dropped and replaced in I whenever an adjective takes a suffix. The rule is for all words, not just for adjectives. So before Y there is a consonant which is S. So it's written busier, so it's pronounced busier, but it's written not with a Y but an I. And in superlative form, the busiest, again, that Y is dropped and replaced by I. Early, before the Y, we have a consonant, L. So earlier, in the comparative form, there's no Y but I. The earliest, again, there's no Y but I. Happy, before Y, again, there is a consonant. So happier, it's written with an I and not a Y. The happiest in the superlative form, again the same thing. While long adjectives with three or more syllables in the comparative form take more ahead of the word, while in the superlative form they take most before them. Interesting, it's not interestinger in the comparative, but more interesting. In the superlative, the most interesting. Beautiful, more beautiful in the comparative, and the most beautiful in the superlative. Wonderful in the comparative, more wonderful, and in the superlative, the most wonderful. Okay, see you in the next video.